Wow.
Good evening, everybody. This is the Prairie Field Services Safety Meeting for Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2019. We've got a packed house in here today. If it's your first time watching us online, click on subscribe to us and like us, so that way you can be notified anytime we're online, which would be a good thing. What we're going to talk a little bit about today is process safety. We've had a lot of our safety culture, not process safety, just what is it? It's that culture of we want to do things right. We want to make sure things are good. We don't just screw it off. We follow the procedures. We follow everything about it. You want to make sure we're doing correctly here. You know, especially with so much of our stuff going to pipe and all that right now. And it's just not us. Everybody out here is hurting for business. So we want to make sure we're doing proper. You seen us on there, Gilby? You seen us on there?
Yeah.
Okay. We want to make sure we're doing it properly. If you want to talk into it really good, is what happens is when we bid for work, they look at our safety rating. If our safety rating is pretty poor, they don't take us. So talk with rig crews, any of those that worked with completion service companies, when their records or incident rates went way high, they lost work. So we want to keep that safety mindset in place all the time, because it shows we care about what we do. It shows our customers that we're going to do it the way they want it, follow their rules and procedures. And we'll talk a little bit about wasn't me. Seems like we see wasn't me a lot here lately.
Yeah, wasn't my fault.
Wasn't that a Shaggy song? Wasn't me.
Steel only.
Happy, who put the trash in the steel only dumpster?
Wasn't me.
Bobby, did you the toilet park like this?
Wasn't me.
Whoa! Who did the flush? Wasn't me. Hey, Ross, you busy? Yeah, a little bit. Why?
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Just give me a second. Listen, I just took a walk out the shop. The metal hopper outside is full of trash. The tow motor's parked unmanned with the forks at eye level, and then a god-awful mess in the bathroom. And when I asked who did it, you know what they said?
Let me guess. Wasn't me.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Wasn't me? He's responsible for a lot of things around here.
What are you talking about?
Wasn't me? He works here.
Wasn't me, you have a call on line 3. Wasn't me, you have a call on line 3.
What are you talking about?
He's been here from the very beginning. In fact, he was the third one we hired.
Third one?
When we hired the first two people and something went wrong, we knew right away who did it. Then when we hired Wasn't Me, he's been to blame for a lot of things ever since.
Wasn't me is an employee here?
Hey, listen, he's our most dependable employee. He's the first one here, the last one to leave. He floats around on all three shifts. In fact, I came in early the other morning and I said, hey, who forgot to make a pot of coffee? Guess what everybody told me? Let me guess. Wasn't me. Bingo, Mikey. Now you're catching on.
How many incidents has Wasn't Me been responsible for?
Whew. Okay, let me think. He always walks by air hoses on the ground, never picks them up. Always uses that tool cart to go in the part room, never puts tools away, just leaves them right there for somebody else to put away. I was out there earlier today, there was just a mess everywhere, and he had just worked out a bunch of rivets in the part room the other day, and just left them for somebody else. Sloppy with his work orders, he leaves them laying around everywhere. You never know where the paper went. He leaves ladders, leaning up against trailers all the time. Doesn't empty the trash. He doesn't spray in the bathroom after he's done. And you know what, Mike? The good news is he always wears his PPE. You mean to tell me he's responsible for everything we just talked about? Everything you told me about? We still have him on our payroll? Well, you know, when you put it like that. Yeah. Wasn't me, please report the first to the branch manager's office. Wasn't me, please report to the branch manager's office. Listen, wasn't me. I know you've been with us for a very long time. One of our more dependable employees. You've done a lot of good things for us here at Star Leasing. To be honest with you, I've even blamed some things on you at home. But that's beside the point. You've become a safety risk and liability, not only to yourself, but to all of the Star Leasing employees. Therefore, we're going to have to let you go. Okay, wasn't me. If you ever make it in politics and you need a good reference, just let us know and we'll help you out. Attention, attention. We are happy to announce that wasn't me is no longer employed at Star Leasing Company. Effective immediately, all Star Leasing employees will take ownership and have accountability for all critical safety behaviors, both individually and observed.
Okay.
Wow. I love it.
Hope you all liked the little video of Wasn't Me.
Funny.
But you know something?
What makes you-
We have Wasn't Me around here a lot. We have comments about thief hatches, left dirty, left open. Wasn't me all the time. Think about it this way. If you see hazards, let's do our part. It's probably the driver in front of you. Could be one of our own drivers. It could be another company driver. Let's take some initiative to try to do it bigger and better. Damage to trucks. We get so much damage to trucks that wasn't me all the time. You come in from your days off and here the fenders are wrinkled, reflectors are broken, and everybody that touched that truck, it wasn't me. So let's step up. Let's take some accountability for this. Chemicals and fluids stored outside of containment on the ground, being used to fill bottles and things like that. We can't have it sitting in the dirt. Yet it's being used. Guys walking by it every day. Let's think about that and say, this isn't right. Let's contact somebody to get this taken care of. Because biggie is if DEQ were to walk in there or see that, that's a $10,000 fine per drum per day. So it could get costly really, really quick. So let's do our part to try to help the company some. If we do our part, simple things, pick up air hoses, pick up trip hazards, things that aren't safe out there, debris on the ground, let's pick it up. If we can save 1 or 2 or 3 tires from flats running over stuff, it's a win for us there because now we're not spending more money. If you see something major, let that supervisor know, whatever division it is, shop, safety, training, whatever, let that manager know. We need to try to get things corrected. And what are the benefits if we do this? It keeps harm from our environment, it keeps harm from our company, and shows our customers that we really care out there and that we are the company that they should be going after and not somebody else. And you hear all of this kind of stuff takes too much time to be proactive and take care of a hazard before it becomes an issue. How long does it take you to pick up an air hose? Just a minute. You roll it up, you hang it up, you're good to go. So think about those kind of things out there, guys. It's really simple. That will keep us ahead of the other ones. Still talking about managing fatigue and sleeping well. These next 2 weeks are a real doozy for everybody. There's parties, there's functions, there's this, there's that, there's family, especially for the night guys, because everything goes on during the day. But you got to find a time to break loose and get good rest. We're supposed to have some weather coming in tonight, into tomorrow. And it's supposed to not be a lot of snow, but enough to make things slick. So be ready for that. Be well rested, fit for duty. Don't have much for Texas, but I do have a couple things for Wyoming operations. Put your drip buckets, your buckets or pans or something underneath your connections. Brent can attest to this. He spends more hours cleaning up accumulation of lots of little leaks from pumps. Tyler, the same way.
Yeah, Tyler too. Yep.
It's hour upon hour of lots of little leaks that come one big one.
Yep.
If you don't have drip pans under your stuff at North House, Luke will tune you up over that one. That's his pet peeve. Use those things. We have them. If you don't have buckets, see the shop. But I think every single trailer out there has at least one, if not two, possibly three on it somewhere.
You guys got to be using those buckets somewhere. I've bought like 4 pallets of them this year so far.
Yeah, we have gone through a ton. And
Well, they're not securing them on the trucks and they're blown off, getting run over.
Wasn't me.
the roads. Do you want to talk a little bit about property damage? And I'm not meaning to our equipment. I'm meaning customer stuff, producers, LACs. They have messages hung up on boards with procedures or rules or who to contact. Come on, we're all adults. We've talked about this when everybody was dropping a log on location there for a while. It's like, come on, we're adults. We don't need to vandalize, put graffiti on things. When we start scratching it into outhouses at these places, that's vandalism. A producer or a LAC company could go after you criminally on that kind of stuff for damaging things. And think about it this way. We're not children. You got a beef with an employee. We're not junior high, middle school kids that need to write shit on the bathroom walls about our coworkers. Just think how that would make you feel if somebody's writing about you there. I know Gilby will take a real hard stance on that if we catch who's doing this kind of thing. We expect people to come in, do their job. We want safe working conditions for you. We want you safety minded. We don't need to have the internal fight with guys harassing other employees via graffiti and destroying other companies' stuff. I'm sure they won't take a kind liking to that, especially when some of the paperwork that we've had to take down had vital information for the drivers on who to contact for things. Online, you guys, I got to agree with you. I do see a lot of flat buckets. Maybe not all of ours. There are other companies, but possible. Make sure those things are secured on the truck so they don't fall off. And Gilby, you got anything for us?
Not really. I'm still waiting on that electrician to get my fuel tank going again. I said if you're in the Midwest area, please try to fuel at the Big D. That's where we need the fuel the cheapest right now for Casper. And Hat 6 down here, we get a substantial discount from pump price. We save about 30-40 cents. So, but hopefully we'll get that tank going soon and we can be fueling in the yard again.
Are we not supposed to be using the Maverick? Because it depends on what side of town I come in on. If I come from the north, I go to the Maverick after I get in on the...
I think the Maverick can get a discount too, so I'd have to double check. So.
Okay. Because I've been filling up there, and then somebody said something. I think you said something last night.
Yeah.
About
I said it used to be we could.
Yeah.
We didn't want us to, but yeah.
Josh Holder has a good comment here. Guys, seals. They don't go on the ground when you break them.
Right.
It has Prairie Field Services all over the damn thing, so they know exactly where they came from. But most of the time when you're loading, there's always some just laying around there. Take the time, pick those up. I know we preach it all the time. Right now in this economy of our oil and gas industry, we have to do it bigger and better than everybody else. Yes, there are other things coming.
Take them out of the kitty boxes too, because guys
Yeah.
use them
Yeah, don't put
in
it-
the ears and then they just don't fall.
Yeah, if they fall in the Getty boxes, take them out of there. And some comments here about whoever tied the bucket down on 520 and T10 1009. They're thanking them for that and make sure it's well secured. He came in to do pre-trip and everything's good and secure for him. John's been out there watching you guys do pre-trips too. Come on, they're getting better. But we still have to show the on-duty time. of a pre-trip. We still see a lot of 3 second, 7 second, 9 seconds. That would get you in trouble with an audit. You have to show the physical on-duty time when you do your pre-trip. And I know the argument is I do a pre-trip and then I just sign in and go. That's not the law. Let's do it legally. Doing a post-trip at the LACT and then driving back to the yard here, that against rules too. You have to complete a post-trip once the vehicle's done for the day and not going to run anymore, because something could break in that distance. Yeah, you can give it the once over so it doesn't take you as long here, but you still need to complete it up here. And those little sheets Kyle used to have for your tools, Kyle's DVIR, remember those things? He still wants to see those, so make sure you're filling those out. Brent, you got anything for them out there?
Yeah, at Pinnacle, one of our leasers talked to me today and he said he's figuring out why these guys are spilling so much at Pinnacle. They're shutting the hose down when they pull it off the truck. So there's product right there. So Sam said, if you leave that thing running, when you disconnect it from the truck, it'll clear the line. There won't be any stuff on the ground. But these guys are shutting that valve on the line and then killing the pump. And it's causing an issue.
So leave the valve open, leave the pump running, and disconnect.
Leave the valve open, pump on, and shut your truck down, unhook, clear the line, shut her down. Other than that, just guys are trying. It's getting better, but yeah, we got a ways to go.
Well, we appreciate the huge crowd that's here. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Huge crowd. And there's a bunch of you online. Thanks for coming on. And you guys be safe. Have a Merry Christmas, and we will see you next week.